Hi everyone, I'm Mama and I moved abroad to Australia at 18 all alone to study and made my mental health a bit weaker. But there's one thing that I did that absolutely changed the course of my well being, and I want to share that with you today. So, make your coffee, make your tea, come sit with me. Let's talk some stories and then in the end, some tips and tricks that you can follow as well. So, starting with my story, when I was in my 6th, 7th, 8th grade, I used to write down everything that was going on in my head when I was feeling too overwhelmed or having too many thoughts in my head. And that used to make me feel a bit better, a bit relaxed, and a bit lighter. And that is exactly what really helped me go through those toxic years of high school friendships and high school drama. But when I moved abroad, all my writing habit kind of just got lost. I got into this, motivation of doing everything, getting into everything, having a busy schedule. So I did not really do journaling or maybe write anything that I was feeling or try to understand myself. I was just focusing on things that had to be done and not something that helped me make me feel better. I mean, I would definitely drink my morning coffee, but that definitely did not help me understand myself better. So, in my uni, every trimester, there's a Mind Matters week. And during that week, as a well-being ambassador, I was handing out these journaling sheets to all of the students and saying, this is really helpful. Do try it out, sit along, and just write down whatever you're feeling. And at the end of my shift, I did take a few of the papers at home. And when I was filling this out, I felt a different kind of comfort, a different kind of vibe. I felt like I was able to understand myself and it made me feel so good. And that is how I realized that I had lost that special touch I had with myself because I wasn't understanding myself, but I was doing everything that I had to do. And this journaling really helped me reconnect with myself. These days, I know journaling has become an aesthetic, but to be honest, journaling really helps. It helped me a lot. I would definitely vouch for it. If you do it even like once or twice in a week, it will definitely change the course of how you become yourself and how you train your mind. And I have another story on that. So this is how I got my first journaling sheets that I did. And funny story, in the next trimester as well, I wasn't working, but I asked a friend to pick some sheets for me so that I can start journaling again because I really love those sheets. Going on to one of the events that we organized in uni, I received this resilience journal. So in that journal, every day we had something like write a letter to somebody you're very grateful about. You don't have to send it to anybody, but just write what you're feeling. Or maybe today write about something that felt heavy or you have been trying to focus on. And then in the end of each page, there was this little box. Half of that box was, did you exercise today? Did you sleep well? Did you eat well? Most of the days I did not exercise, but on the days I did, I felt so proud of myself. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna double tick this today because I did exercise. And then in the second box, it said, write three things that went well today. And even on the shittiest day, I was like, damn, I have to find those three things. And sometimes I would just convert, like, a negative sentence into assertive sentence just to make it sound like a good thing. But it didn't happen well. But over the period of time, I realized that I had trained my brain to find the good things instead of the bad things. I mean, you would have heard of this small activity a lot of times, maybe, but let me show you. So, if there's this big circle and I put a black dot on it and I ask you, what do you see? What will you say? Well, let me guess. Did you say the black dot? Well, that is exactly how we are generally. We always focus on the black thing rather than the whole white thing that is there in the background. And that is what this small exercise changed in me. I was able to look for good things and not focus too much on something that did not go well. So yeah, that really helped me shift my mindset, and journaling really helped me reconnect with myself, know a bit more about myself, And whenever I'm feeling like too much emotions, I would just pick any diary and write everything down. I would start with, dear diary, this have happened. It sounds cliche, but it actually helps. It feels like you're talking to somebody whom you don't know. Maybe you can assume that you're talking to God. Let me tell you a very interesting thing. A lot of times when I am writing a letter to myself or I'm writing a letter in my dear diary notebook, I tend to give myself solutions without even realizing it. For example, if I'm writing about how overwhelmed I am, and I will say, bro, I should be happy for myself because I am doing these many things. And that really helped me because a lot of times when I'm feeling overwhelmed, when I'm writing it down, sometimes there's this direction in which I feel like I'm writing to somebody else, I'm solving somebody else's problem, and then I write my solutions by myself. And then when I'm writing it and like it's in my brain, I feel a bit better because I am writing the problem, I'm writing the solution, and then it just makes me feel better. And in the end, I would write something like very affirmative. For example, you can do it, there's nothing that you cannot do, like just motivating myself. And that has really helped me overcome homesickness, not feeling enough, yeah, just reconnecting with myself. Now, the fun part, let's get on to tips and tricks and how you can journal if you haven't ever done it. First of all, don't make it look like a task. You don't even have to create a habit out of it. Just think that whenever you're feeling overwhelmed, whenever you have too much in your brain and you just want to let it out, pick a diary, pick a pen or a pencil and just write it down. Don't worry about the format, don't worry about the handwriting, don't worry if it even doesn't make sense. Just write down whatever you're feeling, and it just makes you feel so much lighter and so much happier. Second thing, if you do want to create it into a habit, do not overthink it, right? You know, I'll tell you a funny story. So I hate folding my laundry clothes. So whenever I do have to do it, I switch on Modern Family, and then while watching it, like it's a funny sitcom if I've seen it, I just fold my laundry and I put everything back, and it's just like happy time and a mindful time for me. So in a similar way, you can connect journaling with a fun thing. For example, you could light up some candles, you could dim the light a bit, and then you can play some soft music in the background. So you can try to combine journaling with something cutesy or maybe warm and cozy. So tip number 3, a lot of times we don't know what to write, and maybe a lot of emotions are not going through within us. So what you can do is you can go on to ChatGPT or any search engine, and just say that give me journaling prompts. I'm feeling overwhelmed or I'm feeling maybe sad, and it will give you a sample of prompts. So the prompt could look like, talk about what heaviness you're feeling in your heart right now, and just write whatever you want according to that. So a lot of times we don't have too many emotions running, but we don't feel too good. So in those moments, you can choose guided journal prompts as well. I keep posting journaling prompts on my Instagram channel as well. So if you haven't followed me yet, you can join me on Instagram through the link in the description box below. You don't need to journal daily. Just do it on the days that you're feeling too much heavy in the start. And then once you start falling in love with that habit, I know you would do it again and again. Sometimes I even journal like 2 to 3 times a day when I'm feeling like too many things are going on. But yeah, just don't think of it as a task. Do when you want to, and it will definitely help you. Write what you feel and not something that you should write. So don't think of it as an essay that you have to submit somewhere. Just relax your mind, and whatever is going on in your head, just write it down. It could be messy, it could not mean anything, but just get it out of your system. It really helps get those emotions out and make you feel a bit better. Just like a lot of times we do call somebody, a friend or family member, and just yap. So it's kind of similar, but you just yap into your diary, nobody else is listening. It still helps you in a similar way, like get everything out. Thank you so much for sitting with me. This is the end of the video. And if you would like to get another video where you can talk about how to actually journal, what are different types of journaling. Do put it out in the comment below. And honestly, if you try any of the journaling, I know you will see a shift in your mindset. Have a great day. See ya. Bye.